Alrighty, let's do a little simulated winching. Actually, it's not really simulated. I definitely can't make it up that ridge right there because it's just too much snow. We've had an ice storm here a couple days ago. Now we've got snow on top, so what we have is some pretty slick conditions. And we're going to try out the new Warn hub. The hub is something that you use with your cell phone, and we have the hub on this winch right here on the Ranger, and we've got an Axon 45 RC. We're going to hook it up to our Bluetooth, and we're going to show you how it works. I've already activated this hub. The hub for the Axon is different than the hub for the VRX. They are not the same, so you'll want to make sure if you are ordering the hub that you'll get it for the right winch. All right, so it says reconnecting. So what I'll do, see, the machine is not fired up. All right, so what we've done is we started our machine and we have it in neutral. We're not gonna have a driver in this because sometimes you're out there doing your thing and you get stuck, or you're all alone, or you're loading it up on your trailer and you wanna use your hub. You may not always have a driver in there, so it's nice to be able to do it with this, that you can just do it remotely. But you can see everything is locked, so I can't do anything on this until I go here and hold this down, and then it unlocks it. So now that takes me to this screen. This is in, this is out. All right, and then another thing that this is going to show you, we're on the Axon 45 RC, is you're going to see how much load you have. You're going to see how much battery you're using. You're going to see what the temperature is of the winch. So this is pretty accurate. See the batteries going up, see the volts. You'll notice that once you start winching, that's going to start going down because it's using amps. So you're using battery voltage. So we have it all set. We're locked in. So we'll come over here. And the coolest thing about this app is as soon as you touch it, it goes, it's hot. And as soon as you let your finger off, it stops. Over a year and a half ago, when I posted something about the Warn hub and said it was controlled by Bluetooth, there was some folks saying that it won't work, it won't be accurate. As soon as you hit the button, it takes a second to come on, and when you let off, it takes a second to go off, or if as soon as you get a little bit away, like distance, it doesn't work. So we're here to show you today exactly what Warn did with this hub and how they got it working. So we're going to unlock it. We unlocked it, and you can feel it kind of vibrate a little bit in your hand, like you can feel that opening up. What we're going to see here is when I touch this, it's instant. And as I'm winching, the phone is kind of vibrating in my hand. It's like a pulse. So you know it's active. Now I'm going to let off. You see how quick that lets off? On. So you see where all my gauges are? It tells me everything. My battery. So see, battery went back up now. That's why whenever you're winching, you want to winch for a little bit and stop and let your battery catch back up. You want it to charge back up. You can see as soon as you start winching, that battery, watch that draw on that battery. And see, here's my load. See the batteries kind of starting to drop there a little bit. So you'll just let off. See how your battery comes back up. If your vehicle is stuck, if your vehicle is just up to the frame in a mud hole, what you're going to notice is your load is going to max out. It's going to come up here and be all the way up into here, and then your heat's going to start to go up and your battery's going to start to go down. All three of these things work in conjunction with each other. You can't get one without the other. You can't get massive load without taking away from the battery or creating heat. You can't keep on the throttle, so to speak, on your hub here, winching it in and expect everything to be okay. Now the Axon, it'll tell you if it's too much load, if it's heating up. This does the same thing. So as you're doing this, this is going to tell you exactly what's going on. There's no more guesswork as to like, well, you know, what happened to my winch. But the cool thing about the Axon line is it's not going to overheat. It's actually going to shut down because it's doing that to save you. That way you don't burn your winch up. Warren says the hub is good for up to 100 feet. And I can tell you, I've already walked a pretty good ways and it worked. You can see as soon as you hit it, it takes off. When you let off, it lets off. We're just gonna winch it for a little bit and you'll see the load. See the load going up? And now you're gonna see your heat going up and you're gonna see your battery going down. It tells you exactly what your winch is experiencing without guessing, because we know, look at the heat, look at our battery, and then look at the load. And then once we get up here to this certain point on the ledge, we're gonna see our load is gonna go up. See our load going up? We're right there on that ledge. The one thing about the hub is it can really come in handy if you're in a dangerous situation, you can't be around the vehicle. You know, it just gives you that opportunity to be farther away than what you could be if you had just a handheld remote, you know, or you're using the remote in the vehicle. This way, you know, you can get pretty good distance away within 100 feet of your vehicle and be winching. You go to the app store, you download the Warren Hub app, and it's super easy to install. It takes about maybe 5 minutes to install it. Then you just activate it. It really isn't a lot to it. I mean, it's very, very simple. You know, if you're not technologically advanced and you aren't good with computers or phones or anything, that's okay. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be to run this. This is really super easy. And if you already have a Warren winch, whether it's an older winch, even your truck winch, you can put the hub on it. Now, there are a couple winches that Warren has, like the Xeon Platinum for your truck. It will not work with that because that already comes with a handheld remote, so that's a different animal. So there are a few winches that this hub will not work on, but if you go to warren.com, you can look, there's a list there. They tell you the description of what it will work with and what it won't. I will tell you this, if you have an Axon, it is a lot easier to hook up than the VRX. Not that the VRX is impossible, it's just a little bit more to it, but the Axon is plug and play. It is super simple. There you go, guys. The Warren Hub MSRP is about $115. You can check it out on warren.com for more information. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Take care.